Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are diving into the one thing that truly drives excellence, and that's your attention. We're going to break down Daniel Goleman's work and give you a powerful framework to master your focus, especially in a world that seems designed to just completely shatter it.
All right, let me ask you something right off the bat. Do you ever feel like your entire day is just this constant battle for your own attention? You're trying to do one thing, but you're just jumping all over the place.
Or hey, maybe even right now, as you're listening to this, you're feeling that little pull, right? That little itch in the back of your mind to just quickly check your phone or open a new tab.
Look, if that sounds familiar, you're definitely not alone. And here's the most important part. It's not your fault. This isn't some kind of personal weakness. We're living in a world that is literally designed to hijack our attention.
So what if the secret wasn't just, trying harder? What if there was a better way? Well, today we're going to unpack a really powerful framework with 3 hidden levels of focus that can completely change the game for you.
Okay, so first up, our battle for attention. Let's dive right into this tug of war that's happening inside our own heads, like every single second. Seriously, getting this is the key to everything else we're going to talk about. So, on one side, you've got what's called the bottom-up mind. Think of it like your brain's autopilot. It's super fast, it's emotional, it's automatic. It's what lets you drive to work without really thinking about it. And yeah, it's the part of you that sees a notification and just has to click it.
And then, on the other side, you have the top-down mind. Now, this is the CEO in your head. It's slower, more thoughtful. It's where your self-control lives. It's the part that says, nope, ignore that notification, we have work to do. It's in charge. And here's where it gets really interesting. You can see this constant push and pull, right? The bottom-up mind is impulsive, fast, kind of zoned out. The top-down is voluntary, slow, and actively paying attention. Real mastery isn't about crushing that impulsive side. It's about getting your inner CEO, that top-down mind, to be a great manager for your powerful but distractible bottom-up mind.
Okay, so how do you actually train that inner CEO? Well, that brings us right to our first level, master yourself.
This quote just nails it. You know that whole 10,000-hour rule? It's kinda bogus if it's just mindless repetition. Think about it. An expert doesn't just swing a golf club 10,000 times on autopilot. No way. They use that focused, top-down mind to analyze every little detail, to reflect, and to make tiny adjustments. That's the secret sauce.
And here's the thing you have to remember. Your attention is a muscle. It's not some fixed thing you're either born with or you're not. It's a muscle. And you know what that means? It means you can train it. You can make it stronger.
So what's a good workout for this muscle? Well, one of the best is super simple. Just focus on one thing, like your breath. Now, your mind is going to wander. It just will. The exercise isn't about not wandering. It's about noticing that you've wandered and then gently bringing your focus back. That's it. Every single time you bring it back, that's 1 rep. You're literally doing a bicep curl for your brain.
But, and this is kind of wild, sometimes the secret to better focus is to, stop focusing. I know, sounds crazy, right? But sometimes you have to let your mind wander. And this isn't just some fluffy idea. There was this one study where people who were allowed to let their minds wander came up with, get this, 40% more original ideas than the people who had to stay laser focused. 40%, that's huge.
Okay, so building up that inner focus muscle is huge. But it's not just about getting more stuff done by yourself. It's also the foundation for the next level, mastering others. This is all about turning that focus outward.
And to really connect with people, you need 2 kinds of empathy. First, there's cognitive empathy. That's basically understanding someone's point of view. It's seeing someone and thinking, okay, I can tell you're sad. But then there's emotional empathy. That's where you actually feel what they're feeling. It's where their sadness makes you feel a little sad too. That's where the real connection happens.
And this quote, "We don't hire people to bake brownies. We bake brownies to hire people," is such a perfect example of this in action. Greyston Bakery isn't really in the brownie business. They're in the people business. Their focus isn't just on the product, it's on giving people jobs and building up their community. That's what empathy-driven focus looks like.
So, we've gone from inner focus to focusing on others, and now for the third level, we're going to zoom out even further to the biggest picture of all, mastering the future. This is about seeing the bigger systems at play,
And there's no better way to understand this than with a cautionary tale. BlackBerry. Remember them? Back in the day, they were everything. And they were laser focused on what they did best,
making phones with great physical keyboards and amazing battery life for their business customers. You could almost say this was their corporate bottom-up mind just doing what it had always done.
But that focus, which made them so successful, became their biggest weakness. Because while they were busy perfecting the keyboard, they completely missed the massive tidal wave coming right for them, the iPhone. Their top-down mind, the part that's supposed to look ahead, just wasn't paying attention.
And the result? It was an absolute catastrophe. They lost 75% of their market value in just 5 years. It's such a brutal, textbook example of what happens when you don't have that outer focus, when you're not looking at the big picture.
All right, so let's recap. We've got the 3 levels: mastering yourself, mastering others, and mastering the future. And it all comes down to that battle between your impulsive bottom-up mind and your focused top-down mind. So, what now? How can you start your first workout for your attention muscle like today?
Okay, here are 2 super simple things you can do. First, when you feel totally fried and your focus is shot, stop fighting it. Just stop. Intentionally let your mind wander for a few minutes. Give it a rest. And second, for those big, scary future problems, use your imagination. Make them feel real and immediate. Trick your brain into thinking the deadline is now, not years away.
And that really brings us to the big idea here. A focused life isn't just about being more productive. It's about living a richer, more intentional life. So I'll leave you with this question. What's the first thing you are going to focus on?